Good morning. If you're watching the replay on YouTube, you can skip ahead a couple of minutes. Otherwise, we're going to get started in just a minute. Good morning, everybody. Come in, come in. We're going to get started in just a minute. There's everybody coming in. If you don't know, I'm on YouTube and TikTok, so come in, come in. Good morning. Happy Friday. We're back to Fridays. How's y'all's week been? Has it been good? How have the cards played out for you that we pulled on Monday? Yes, good morning, Miss Heather. Hey, did you see that email that went out, Heather, about the VIP? Good morning, Jessica. Good morning, good morning. Like I said, we're going to get started in just a sec. I want to give everybody a chance to get on. Okay. It was just saying that I opened one VIP spot starting in November. So I know you've been interested. I've had some people apply, but I don't think it's the right fit currently. So, well, good morning, Miss Marlowe. Good morning, good morning. So if you are new here, this is our weekend Tarotscope, not our weekly Tarotscope. We used to do just one day a week. Now we're back to Mondays and Fridays, okay? So today, we're going to look at the energy from Friday to actually Monday, okay? Normally, it's going to be Friday through Sunday, but this week, we're going to have to do Friday through Monday because I will be out of town Sunday and like Monday morning. So I won't get back in time to do the Monday live, okay? I will be live on Tuesday, okay? Put it on your calendar. Not Monday. I will be live Tuesday to finish out the week, and then we'll get back on schedule. Okay. I will be out of town. I have a banquet to attend and all kinds of stuff. So just making sure y'all know so you're not going, where are you on Monday? So yeah, this weekend, we're going to cover Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. That way we're not missing out on anything on Monday, and then we'll pick it back up on Tuesday, okay? So this is your Tarotscope. It's similar to your horoscope, but we use tarot and oracle to reveal the energy. This applies to everybody, and especially if you're watching and you continue to watch every week, then the energy is going to resonate more and more for you, okay? Because the more we connect, the more my cards connect to you. Make sense? All right, so what we're gonna do first is I have my tuning fork here. This is attuned to the root chakra, okay? We're gonna balance out and boost our root chakra because that's where everything begins, okay? That is where we feel safe. That is the I am, right? So let's go ahead and if you can, put your feet on the floor or lay comfortably to where your spine is aligned as possible. And as this is singing, it does not last very long, as this is singing, you just breathe and you can imagine a beautiful red light down by where your groin is, okay? It's actually like a little bit below there, but in the vicinity, it's fine, okay? You can imagine a red light there because that's the color of the root chakra, all right? I'm gonna show the wand to both YouTube and TikTok. Like I said, it does not last very long, and all you do is just relax and breathe. You can even affirm, I am safe. I am me. I am authentic. I love myself. You can say all those different things. Anything really that starts with I am is going to be great for you. Okay? So here we go. go. All right. See, it's just a nice little boost for the weekend, right? Okay, now we're going to get our fairy blessing card. Then we're going to use the divination book to get our overall our overall tarot card for the weekend. And then y'all are going to choose the deck that I use, and we'll pull cards for each day and then oracle cards. Okay, we get super deep into this. I like to know all the details, right? So, okay, let's find out what our fairy blessing is. Thank you, Jenny B. I appreciate it. This was popular last year on TikTok, and I love it. I'm trying to bring in the fall weather. We have some weather changes happening this weekend down here in the South, and I'm so excited. It's about freaking time. But of course, not without the threat of tornadoes and severe thunderstorms. So, you know, it is what it is. All right, so let's find out what is our fairy blessing for this weekend. You can focus on the deck as I'm shuffling it, and you can ask the deck, what is our fairy blessing for this weekend? Oh, blessing of a fairy guardian. Ooh, I like this. It's number 41. Okay, I'm going to show both of y'all YouTube and TikTok. And you see she's standing there at the door, right? So to me, this signifies her closing doors that need to be closed and maybe opening doors that need to be opened, right? So number 41, 4 is about the earthly energies. It's about being logical. It is about doing what is necessary. And 1 is creation, it's independence. It is doing the thing, right? We bring it together, and it's 5. 5 is change. 5 is pivotal moments, okay? Let's find out exactly what she wants to say. So number 41, turned right to it almost. Okay, a fairy gift of magical protection and lifelong true loving care. At your birth into this world, human child, a fairy came to you and offered you the blessing of your soul. For each of us, this blessing will be unique, created especially for the journey we are destined to take in this lifetime. So with this blessing, may you know again the beauty and sweetness of your own fairy godmother, your fairy guardian. For she is still with you, helping to ease the way and remind you as often as she is able to pierce the veil that you are her charge, and she will remain with you all the days of this life. May you now feel the presence of her love. May you feel that sense of being looked out for, that there is one being from the elemental world who works with your soul and helps you at all times. When this blessing comes, tune into her presence and know that all about you there is comfort and goodness and a way to move through all the difficulties. Your fairy guardian has always been with you this lifetime and will remain until you have journeyed on. Know you are her most precious charge, and when times become troubled and life seems bleak, know there is a being whose duty is to bring you back to hope, to optimism, to the sense that you are a gifted, cherished being. Feel now the love of the fairy guardian, your own fairy godmother, and believe again in your own blessedness. I love that, right? So this is about you knowing that you're always being looked out for, right? And you don't have to view it as a fairy. You can view it as God source energy. You can view it as your spirit guides, whatever it may be, right? This is just telling you that this weekend, if you run into anything, like any kind of obstacles or whatnot, it's telling you, hey, you're being looked out for, ask for help, know that help is there, right? As well as, like I said, with this door, it looks as though she's closing the door, or she could be opening the door for you for some sort of opportunity. So don't automatically think, oh gosh, I'm going to need, protection this weekend, troubles are happening. It's also telling you, hey, there is opportunity available to you, so expect it. What you expect is what you bring into your life, right? So expect opportunity, expect this being to open and close doors that need to be open and closed, right? I believe this great gift to have, a fairy godmom. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, so now we're going to get our overall tarot message through the divination book, and then y'all are going to pick the deck that I use, okay? So this divination book is my book that I wrote for you all It's called Mystic Muses for the Modern Goddess. You can find it, TikTok, you can find it linked in my bio. YouTube, you can find it linked in the description, okay? This has all the tarot cards in it, direct and reverse, and they're all mixed up, and they have readings that go with them, okay? This is meant to take your power back, okay? You can use this daily, weekly, monthly, whatever you choose to do, right? This has my attitude in it, so if you like my directness and my no BS, then you'll like this book, okay? If you get offended easily, maybe it's not the right one for you. But anyway, we use it just like a typical tarot deck. We knock on it to cleanse the energy because we want the current energy, not the old energy, right? We're going to connect to it through the palms, through the center of our palms. And there's directions in here, so don't worry. You don't have to memorize all this. And you're going to focus your energy. Take deep breaths. And you're going to ask the book your question. And our question is, what is our overall card message for this weekend? What is our overall card message for this weekend? And you turn to a page intuitively, and there you go. Oh, we got the Eight of Swords. Interesting, because that goes with the Fairy Guardian. Okay. So this book is written as though you're going to read for yourself daily. So we're using it for the weekend, right? So I'm going to change the words to be for this weekend. So it says, today you drew the Eight of Swords. It's all in your head. You may feel stuck in a situation with no way out, but that is not true. At any moment in time, you have the ability to step out of your self-imprisonment. Your self-imprisonment is the things you tell yourself that keep you stuck in situations you don't want to be in. You probably find yourself fantasizing about better days without realizing that all you need to do to free yourself is to change your thoughts. You can create the reality you want, but you must first stop believing the old negative programming from your past. You have to save yourself, goddess. No one is going to do it for you. Start now. Okay, so I like that. So we might experience a bit of, like I said, opportunity for change and progress. However, there might be a situation to where you are limiting yourself because you got all this going on up here. You're thinking, oh no, this can't be true. Like, this can't be my opportunity. This can't be something that actually works out. Like, it can't be that easy, right? And the universe is like, well, actually it can at times. Sometimes it's harder, sometimes it's easier, right? But your mindset is what is, going to get you through, or it's going to hold you back. Okay, so let's find out what we need to know through the tarot. Y'all are going to choose the deck that I use. So deck number 1, Guardians of the Night Tarot, or deck number 2, Tarot Mucha. So on TikTok, I'm going to use the poll because it's just easier if I can click the right button. That is not what I needed. Hang on. Okay, it'll be up in this corner up here. That's where you click to use the poll. 1, the Guardian of the Night Tarot. Number 2, Tarot Mucha. So 1 or 2. Camera 1 or camera 2. It's like being at the eye doctor, right? What's better, 1 or 2? 1 or 2? They're both great decks, so you can't go wrong. But what do you feel more drawn to? Deck 1 or deck 2? We got about 30 seconds left. YouTube, you can vote in the comments. I see 2 votes. Make sure you vote up here so it counts. Deck 1 or deck 2? It should be just about done. What, 5 seconds left? And then it'll pop up and tell us the winner. There we go. Let's see. I have to wait a second. Y'all, YouTube wants deck 1. I don't blame you. It's a great deck. It's new. Okay, everybody wanted deck 1. We got it. All right, we'll put this one over here. And let's find out what we need to know. You're going to love this deck. Like I said, it's new and it's kind of big, but it's still a great deck. It's a beautiful artistry. Let me get them nice and shuffled. You feel deck 1 goes with the Fairy Blessing? Yeah, I like that. And if you're new to tarot and you're watching this, and everybody asks, how do cards go reverse? This is how my cards go reverse. I shuffle them, and then I cut the deck in half, flip it, and then there we go. I let the cards turn however they need to turn, okay? Also, you guys, don't forget that I have a whole free tarot course linked in my bio. If you haven't gotten into that, definitely get into that. And then you're going to go into the Fool's Journey, okay? We're going to stair-step you into learning tarot, right? So start with the free course, then move into the Fool's Journey, and then move into the Tribe, which has the Tarot Apprenticeship. That's everything that you need to know about tarot, okay? So, all right. Let's find out what is coming up for us this weekend. Remember, we're going to look at Friday through Monday because I will not be on Monday morning. I will be on Tuesday morning, okay? Hi there. All right, let's see. What is coming up for us this weekend? What do we need to know each day? I'm going to pull one card for each day, and then after that, we'll pull Oracle. All right. For today, we have the Three of Pentacles. I like that, okay? So the Three of Pentacles is a great day. As you know, if we're looking at this as a daily energy, this is about you making a plan, okay? It could be also that, we have the Eight of Swords as the overall energy, right? So if you're feeling stuck in your head, if you're feeling like you can't move forward or like things have gotten stagnant, you might write out, how am I limiting myself? How am I blocking myself? Where can I get the help that I need in order to get unstuck? Let me move this over because I think it's in the way. So do you understand what I'm saying? Because the Three of Pentacles, we call it the architect of the tarot. It's also getting guidance, like expert guidance on whatever it is that you're trying to do. Okay, so let's say you're trying to build something. Well, who do you go talk to? You talk to an architect. You talk to an expert builder, right? So if you're trying to start a business, well, you go talk to somebody and learn from somebody who has a successful business. If you're wanting to learn tarot, just like I said, you start with my free tarot course and you stair-step it into your own journey, okay? So this is a great day also for networking, for meeting new people, for collaborating, things like meeting new people who are going to help you to branch out. And maybe you can help them branch out as well, okay? So definitely a good day for making a plan, for getting the help that you need, for investing in your blueprint, whatever it is that you're building, okay? Let's look at tomorrow. Tomorrow we have the Two of Pentacles. So we have a lot of pentacle energy happening. Okay, so the Two of Pentacles is the juggler of the tarot. They require balance, okay? So whenever we are feeling overwhelmed, that's a major indication that we are out of balance, okay? So if you have a lot going on Saturday, then we need to find that balance and take things off our plate that just don't need to be there, okay? Like prioritize everything on Saturday. If you have plans and you have housework and you have work or whatever it may be, this is about you finding that balance and prioritizing whatever needs to be done or whatever, needs to be looked at, whatever the situation may be. It's all about finding that balance and making sure that you're not spending time on things that, not that they don't matter, but it's like, I can do this later. This is more important. This is a priority for me. This is going to help me to relax. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because in the traditional Rider-Waite tarot, we see the person standing there and they're juggling, and we have that figure 8, right? The infinity sign going around the coins, and you see the person with the tall hat on. Well, they have a tall hat because they have so much going on in the mind, which connects with the Eight of Swords, right? So much going on in the mind that it keeps you stagnant. So for example, like if you're ADD or ADHD, right? And you have a lot that you need to get done, you get overwhelmed, so you just don't do anything. And then you're like, dang, I'm so disappointed in myself. I didn't get anything accomplished. Okay. That's when you start to recognize, okay, I need to prioritize these things. Let me write down everything that's going on in my brain and then prioritize it and make a list that I can physically check off because I know that's going to give me that dopamine hit. Make sense? That's where you're at? Okay, well, I'm glad you're here so you can hear this. All right, so let's look at Sunday's energy. The Page of Pentacles, holy cow. All the pentacles. We're dealing with a lot of the physical this weekend, okay? The Page of Pentacles is kind of exciting for a Sunday because, you know, number one, again, we're talking about prioritizing whatever it is that you want to do. It can also indicate that there might be a message of opportunity coming to you on Sunday. Now, I know Sundays typically are a day of rest. We don't really do much, but there might be some sort of message coming in of maybe a new job offer, maybe a business idea, maybe you're diving into learning something new because the pages, they are young people, so, or they represent young people. So that would be the messenger. That would be the apprentice. That would be somebody who's curious. It could also indicate your own children. So Sunday's a great day to connect with your children if you have not. Okay, like go to the park, go get out in nature, make a project together. Make sense? Okay, so the Page of Pentacles is something exciting, something new, something tangible coming in, right? Now let's look at Monday because like I said, I will not be here Monday morning, but I will be here Tuesday morning, okay? So we have death. Okay, well, there's the end of that weekend. Okay, that fits with the fairy guardian, right? So on Monday, it would signify that something is coming to a close, okay? This is not to be scary. This is to say that one door needs to close so another one can open. So if we're looking at these cards here, we have the Three of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles, and Page of Pentacles. And it's all interesting how they're all direct, right? Because you saw me flip them and shuffle them many times. So when we're looking at these minor arcana, so it's like this weekend, we're making little changes. We're making plans. We're finding balance. We are looking at something new. Okay, whatever we want to bring in that's new, right? And then we have death that happens on Monday. So on Monday, it's like we're bringing this old plan to a close and we're beginning this new plan. Does that make sense? I'll give you an example. I've been thinking of, different things because, in the spiritual space, you can kind of get like pigeonholed into like one thing, right? Like, I love tarot. I teach tarot. I read tarot. I do all those things. But I also have so much more information to help with. That's why I love doing these lives because I love sharing this information, all the education that I have, all the things that I absorb, all the things that I channel. I love sharing that information with you. And so it can get frustrating when you're kind of put into one category, right? So I've been devising a plan and I'm starting a podcast series on my YouTube where it's going to be the Awakening Unfiltered. Because y'all know me. If you've been coming to my lives, I'm not very filtered. I hate being filtered. I love giving you the real, raw truth, right? So that would be me closing something down and opening something else. Not necessarily, I'm not closing tarot down. I would never do that. But what I'm saying is like, I'm stopping that period where I maybe felt like I had to filter myself. And now I'm opening this door to where I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to talk and I'm just going to share. It's going to be awesome. I'm so excited, right? So that's how you can see it in your own life. What do I need to stop doing? What old timeline do I need to stop putting my energy into? And what do I want to really start putting my energy into? Okay, death doesn't have to be scary. Okay, it really doesn't, because remember, death is not the ending. It is a transformation. It is transmuting something. Okay, that's such a great idea. I can't wait to listen. Oh, good. I'm really glad. Like I'm excited for this, and I hope y'all love it. So let's look at the bottom of the deck. Oh, we have the Three of Wands. Look at that. So the Three of Wands is about really looking out over the precipice of everything. It is looking over your subconscious, looking at all the work that you've put in. You know, it's interesting. We have the Three of Pentacles and the Three of Wands. I've got goosebumps talking about this, okay? So we have that magical 33, right? 33 is a master healer number, okay? We're mastering the 3. We're mastering communication and creation. So the Three of Wands, this stuff is happening this weekend and on Monday because we need to see the fruits of our labor. We want to see progress. We want to create more. We want to do this and this and that, but we can't if we're stagnating ourselves and we're living in this 8 of Swords energy that we pulled. Okay? So if you have some pretty unique ideas hit you this weekend, write them down. And then pay attention to what your mind does, because typically your mind is going to be like, oh, well, no, like that's like, who are you to do that? You know, that's a little much, don't you think? And then it'll try to talk you out of it. And you have to be the one going, no, this idea came to me for a reason and I'm going to do it, right? Oh gosh. Says, I remember my friend shouted when I gave them the death card thinking they were going to die really soon. I know. And that's the hard thing because, you know, Hollywood has portrayed it as literal death, and it's not. You know, we don't predict death here. We don't predict death and birth. That's not our job. We are humans. We make mistakes. And if you make a mistake and tell somebody that, yeah, you're going to die soon, their body will start to shut down if they believe you, you know, and that's, ugh, no, we're not doing that. So that's funny. So, okay, let's get some oracle and find what else we need to know. I'm so excited about the podcast. And at first, you know how things start out. I'm gonna feel my way through it, but then I'm excited for how it is going to evolve. And eventually I'll bring people on and interview them and talk to them. But for now, it's just gonna be me just speaking on different topics. We're going to talk about spirituality. We're going to talk about relationships through the spiritual lens. We're going to talk about manifestation. We're going to talk about, you know, all the things that people love to talk about on social media, but in reality, they're using it as clickbait. They haven't mastered it. They don't show the truth of the situation. They only show the highlight reel. Well, we're going to get past the highlight reel. We're going to talk about the truth. Okay? So, yeah, we're going to get down and dirty in spirituality. All right. What else do we need to know? And there might be something, like I said, on Sunday. I'm really excited about the Page of Pentacles for some reason on Sunday. So there might be something that happens on Sunday where you get this invitation or you get this message or you get this opportunity where it changes everything for you in a positive way. That's why we maybe have death on Monday, because it's like, oh, that old door is shutting. Now we're starting a whole new chapter. Okay. And it's something that either you're going to like confidently walk through, or you're going to like resist and you're going to hang on to the door, you know, when the universe is trying to push you through and you're like, no, I'm scared. But the universe is like, this is a new chapter. Because death, you know, with it being number 13, this is the second level of your consciousness, okay? And so this is about you mastering, letting old energy die, letting yourself transform, letting yourself be that beautiful butterfly. Make sense? Interesting. And the Three of Wands also can represent partnerships. Okay, this could be business partnerships. It could be relational partnerships. It could be, you know, all sorts of things. But it's like, you know, surrounding yourself with good people, especially in business. Okay, it can also be love relationships as well, because it's energy, it's vibration. It's like, yeah, we've got a good thing here. We're creating together. So I don't know. All right, what else do we need to know this weekend? This is insane. You guys, I have pulled this card 3 times in a row, twice for one client, because she ordered 2 readings on 2 different subjects. And then now I just pulled it today. I have not used that deck or this deck since I did the reading for her. And you saw me shuffle them all and shuffle them in my hand, and this card still came out. Journey in reverse. Okay. So this goes exactly with what I was just talking about, right? So we have the Eight of Swords as the overall energy. This is our own self-imprisonment. This is our, like, keeping us stuck at the fork in the road. Okay. Yeah, but I've been doing this for so long. Da, 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 da. What if it doesn't work out? Like, who gives a shit if it doesn't work out? Okay. Just try something new, right? Try the thing. That's what I tell my boys. Like, listen, you know, you're young, you're living your life, you're growing, like, go try things. And if it doesn't work out, okay, that just means that that's not meant for you. Something else is, but you got experience there. See what I'm saying? So the journey card in reverse, like I said, it's like you standing at the fork in the road and doubting your ability to choose the right path. And in reality, they're both right. It just depends on where you are in your vibration, where you're wanting to go and where you're wanting to stay. Okay. So this also indicates a pivotal moment in your life. So it's like we're done with that one path and we're starting a new one here. This is exciting. Okay. But you have to be receptive to this. See, we have the 2 right there, and we have the 2 of Pentacles showing up on Saturday. Choices, balance. What's a priority to me? Where do I want to go? Am I overthinking this, or am I doing this with confidence? Okay. So the fact that this card has come out 3 times in a row indicates that it's not just my client this was for, but also us. Does that make sense? And I like that today is 3 of Pentacles, because today I got hired for a Halloween party. So I'm going to be reading cards at a Halloween party, and that should be fun. I got my costume and everything. See, when you're a professional and you know what the heck you're doing, you can do all kinds of fun stuff like that, right? All right. What else do we need to know this weekend? And I like that this, I just noticed this. The Page of Pentacles, you see that pentacle? It's silver. Silver is feminine energy. This would be you receiving a message or a gift or something, an opportunity. Because gold is masculine, it's action taking, okay? That's why here on the 2 of Pentacles on this card, we have gold and silver, excuse me. So you see how, and this is interesting to me. I'm getting so many like intuitive hits here. Okay, so you see how this one's on the bottom? It's like on the downswing. Well, this silver is showing that this one is coming on the upswing. So it's like things have maybe been at a lull, things are slow, things feel like stagnant, and then boom, here we go. Kind of like it's connecting to the Wheel of Fortune. That's the way I'm seeing it here. So first we have the 3 of Pentacles here in gold. So this is Friday, Stephanie. The 2 of Pentacles is Saturday, and the Page of Pentacles is Sunday, and then Death is on Monday. Okay, so here we have the 3 of Pentacles in gold. What does that mean? You have to take action. You have to plan your weekend, or plan your project, plan whatever it is that you want, okay? Even if you're wanting to get into a relationship, write down the kind of person that you want to be with. Write down the experiences you want to have together, you know, all those things. And then you start being that person, you know, you start being in that energy. And on Saturday, we're prioritizing, we're making decisions, we're getting rid of things that don't match with who we want to be. Like, it doesn't match my authenticity anymore, so it's got to go. Somebody else can use this, right? So that's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of like planning and execution as far as like taking action this weekend. And then Sunday, it's like you receive something, an opportunity, a message, a new job, a promotion, invitation to go somewhere, whatever it may be, okay? And then Monday is Death. That's a major arcana. So it's like, okay, we're slamming the door shut on this old path, and we're beginning a brand new one because of the plans that we made. Make sense? All right. Ooh, we have 42 wide open. I like that. So what was it? 40, we have 41, which is the fairy blessing, and here we have 42. So I'm going to read this one to you because I do love it. Lots of 2s and 4s and all that. Whoops. All right. You are free to express your uniqueness to the world and share in all the bounty of life's endless possibilities. All manner of opportunities are presented to you at this time. It's almost like we were just talking about this, right? I say this all the time, but it's so true. The cards know, right? The wide open card is a signal that you're able to truly manifest your dreams and that your goals are in sight. Don't remain small and contracted. Instead, expand your horizons beyond what you believe your limitations. 3 of Wands, expanding your horizons. Okay, that's underneath. And then behind that is the 4 of Wands. I love it. Okay, you have a unique voice that needs to be expressed in the world. The universe is supportive of new ideas and approaches at this time, so speak up and speak out. This card is the sign of the maverick who freely roams the wide open space of possibility. Allow for greater vision to replace old ideas you dream a grander dream, or as you dream a grander dream. Hello. Great energy this weekend. The only issue is your own mind. That 8 of Swords energy is like your own mind. That's the only issue this weekend. I mean, this is nice. This is exciting. Get out of your own freaking way. This is why I'm starting that unfiltered podcast, because you're going to hear it straight talk from me. Like I said, we're going to get down and dirty about the spiritual journey. All right, what else do we need to know? Are y'all soaking this all in? Because you're awful quiet today. Normally, y'all are chatting more. Good morning, Mom. All right, one more. This is exactly what I needed to hear. Good. Hey, Sandy. I've been cleaning the house and listening. Awesome. You're absorbing it all. Good, 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 good. And we do have Mercury retrograde coming up soon. I don't remember the exact date, but it is approaching soon. So be aware of that. I want to say it's early November. November 9th, maybe? Or, yeah, November 9th, maybe? I can't remember, but yeah. It is November 9th. Thank you, Heather. Good, Jessica. She says, yes, and so exciting and optimistic. Welcoming the energy with open arms. Perfect. Yes, soaking it all in. Good. Oh, yeah, I got to be careful. See, that's the thing, Stephanie. On Saturday, we do have the 2 of Pentacles. So you are going to have to decide, you know, what's a priority and what, like, is it worth it or not? All right, what else do we need to know this weekend? All right, we have the Goat and the Willow. It says overcoming obstacles, but this one is in reverse. Isn't that interesting how we talked about the fairy blessing is you have this guardian here to help you to overcome obstacles. Okay, so let's see what this one wants to say. I haven't used this deck in a while. It's number 11. Nice. All right, it says, you may be feeling off kilter. The negative energy in your life may threaten to overcome you. Let the spirit of the goat lead you to a sense of harmony. Remember that life is a balance. We cannot appreciate pleasure without experiencing pain. Okay, so that's where that negative mindset comes in with that 8 of Swords that we're talking about. Okay, the 8 of Swords thinks it's keeping you safe by, you know, predicting every single thing that could go wrong. But the universe is like, why would you want to manifest that? you know? And the goat is like, hey, you can overcome any obstacle, and most of them are in your head. They don't exist. Okay? It's in the past, it's in your head, you're making stuff up in the future, like it doesn't exist. So stop limiting yourself. Let's see. I almost dropped that. That was a rebel deck trying to jump the line. All right, let's see what the Kipper deck says. Let's see. What do we need to know about this weekend? What is our message for this weekend? There it is. There we go. Almost every time. This community card comes out. If you're new here, this card comes out more than any other card in the entire deck. So here we are again. Remember how I said this Three of Pentacles energy is about getting out and networking, you know, finding your community, learning from other people, doing whatever is necessary, right? But here we have the three. There's lots of threes showing up here. Remember what I said is communication and connection and creation, manifestation, okay? 9 is things coming to a close, things coming to fruition. It is your higher spiritual self, okay? It's the humanitarian, it's all those things, right? So like you see things from a higher perspective. Like you want to surround yourself with people that are of a higher mindset, not that, you know, that they're better than others and this and this and that. Like we're not doing the hierarchy here. What we're talking about is we have a higher mindset. We are really tapped into the spiritual space and that kind of thing, okay? So your community is everything. This is why I created the tribe, right? I have a goal of getting as many women into the tribe as possible to not just learn tarot, because tarot will completely change your life. First and foremost, tarot will completely change your life. But so we can connect, so we can support one another, so you can learn different things. I mean, it's not just me in there. I have Jamie, I have Anne, I have Maddie in there, okay? So you got to find your community. And really is a good weekend to spend time in your community. I think I've been here a little over a year, and the first time I watched your live, you pulled the community card and laughed. First thing I thought, I was found by oh, good. I think the cards are telling us to unify. Absolutely. They are. It's about coming together and, you know, stop this separation, stop the fighting, stop the judgment, stop all that crap, right? You know, we're all here trying to survive. All right, let's see what our spirit animal is. We're going to do all the nature ones that I have. Let's see. Goose, inner knowing, love it. It says, you are a brave traveler. Your soul knows the way. Be confident you will achieve your destination. Loyal friends are always with you. Don't worry, you are blessed. Let yourself fly. So there you go. Okay? So it's telling you your soul does know the way. That's why I was saying, like, when we have this journey card in reverse, feeling stuck at the road or stuck at the fork in the road, it's all because of your mind, right? We have that 8 of Swords happening where you're like, oh, I don't know. You know, I'm supposed to do this and this and this, and people are telling me this and this and this. The universe is like, yeah, but you're being pulled here. This is where you get to experience all the things you want to experience. This is where you get to learn the things you want to learn and meet the people that you want to meet, you know? So this is like totally connecting with what we're talking about here. You know the way, you're always protected. Be confident that you're going to achieve whatever it is that you want to achieve. It might not be a straight line. Most things aren't. And if they tell you they are, they're lying. Most things, you know, they go like this. And then you finally get there, you know, but it's about the journey. So It does resonate with the cards, yeah. Yes, this is a collective reading. Let's see. Let's do the Herbal Astrology Oracle. I haven't used this one in a while either. I don't remember. Yeah, this one can go reverse. It's helping to identify areas to heal before moving forward. Good. That's what we want. And that's what the Fool's Journey does. If you have not gotten into the Fool's Journey, that will definitely identify things that need to be looked at or healed or transformed, whatever it may be. Like, definitely get into the Fool's Journey. That will blow your mind because you can use it for every area of your life. You don't have to, it's not just one size fits all, right? You use it for every single area of your life. Thanks. New here, second time in your life. Oh, well, good. I'm glad you're here, Christine. Thank you, Bestie. Yeah, Naomi, for sure. It'll blow your mind. Like, everybody that has gotten into it so far has messaged me and they're like, I love this. It explains so much. I understand the cards better. I understand myself better. And yeah, it's amazing. I'm so freaking proud of it. Yes, it's always so hard. The world is pulling you one way, but your inner knowing pulls you another way. Yep. It's hard to quieten the noise. I know, but guess what? The more you go against the grain, the more you find your own happiness. Okay? It is a little bit scary at first, but it is so rewarding. Okay? Good, Naomi. So it's linked in my bio. So after this, make sure you go get into it. All right. What do we need to know this weekend? Ooh, look at that. We have chamomile, inner peace, number 9. I love that. That's the true goal. It's not money and fame and all these things, right? Inner peace is the true goal. And that's what we are being pushed towards, right? You know, we do need money to survive. We do need all these things. We want to have all these experiences. But if you focus on your inner peace, all the other stuff starts to show up. You don't have to focus on the other stuff. Okay? This is what, you know, those that rule the world, right? They want to constantly disrupt this because they know if we have no inner peace, if our nervous system is dysregulated, then we will never have all the things that we want. Our minds are going to be all over the place. We're going to be fighting. We're going to be this and this and that, right? But if we all focus on inner peace, then these things, because they can't rule the universe, right? So when we focus on inner peace, those things naturally come to us and we're like, hey, we just beat the system. Does that make sense? I'm listening, but we'll have to rewatch. I've been on a mission for my dad. He wants apples. Oh no. Oh, those dang apples. Well, it's a good thing that I'll post the replay just for you. And look, we have the sun. I don't know if the sun and the moon. The sun and the moon right there, right? So it's the masculine and the feminine where we're finding that. And it's interesting because to me, it looks like the moon is like cradling the sun a little bit. I mean, the sun is bigger, right? But we see that moon kind of like it's the big spoon, you know, like it's okay. It's the feminine energy, like going, hey, this inner peace is everything. This is what you want. You're safe. And that's one reason why we did the root chakra tuning fork. It's because we need to feel safe. Let's do this one. Happy Friday. All right, let's see. I'm excited for that Halloween party. I've done other corporate events and whatnot, but this will be my first Halloween party that I'm reading tarot for, so it's exciting. All right, what else do we need to know this weekend? Look at that. We have foggy bog, patience. We've gotten this card many times, okay? What this is indicating is, you know, when it's foggy, especially like when you're driving and whatnot, all you can see is like what's right in front of you. And we get anxious because we can't see everything else, right? So same thing on your spiritual journey or just your life journey. I mean, your life is a spiritual journey, right? You can't see everything in the future. You can't, like, you don't know what's going to happen. And if you try to plan it, the universe laughs at you, right? So it's telling you, be patient. You can only see what's in front of you, but trust what you're seeing in front of you, because we see that light here. Like there is a light there, like there is an outcome. There is like your goal right there, but you have to trust in this energy. You have to trust in this journey, even though you can't see everything, like all the steps ahead of you. Okay. So you missed the, oh, Denise. I know, we're getting back on track, you know, on Fridays. What's funny, Denise, is I had to keep reminding myself, morning live. Like yesterday, I was like, today's Thursday, tomorrow's Friday, morning live. Don't forget. So, speaking of Denise, let's get our crystal for the weekend. She created this deck. This is why I said that. You can find this deck. TikTok, it's linked in my bio. It's called Crystal Realms. Yeah, Crystal Realm Oracles. And on YouTube, you can find it linked in the description. It is a great deck. So let's see what crystal is best for us this weekend. Ooh, we have ruby. Passion, protection, empowerment. Look at this photo. Look at that. She is fierce. That's Denise's face. I love it so much. Okay, it says, Ruby ignites your inner fire, filling you with passion, courage, and a zest for life. Let its powerful energy fuel your desires, strengthen your will, and lead you toward love and prosperity with unwavering confidence. I mean, we could totally use that energy this weekend, right? Because you're being pushed to make a decision, right? You're stuck at the fork in the road, and the universe is like, it's time, you know? And then boom, right? Xena, Denise, I like that. Oh, you didn't get notified? You know, TikTok is weird about that. I don't know. So anywho, even if you don't have a ruby, you can use this card, like keep it with you for the weekend, put it on your desk, put it on your nightstand, wherever you're going to see it, because it still embodies that energy. I mean, obviously the crystal itself is going to be more powerful, but this still has vibration of the ruby, okay? So I like it. What else? You know, I haven't used this one in a while either. Let's see if this one wants to give us a good message. They're all good, right? In the cards, I'm seeing a lot of blue and green. So those are these two chakras, right? Green and blue. And this is, you know, about that energy moving up to that throat chakra and saying, you know, here's what I want. Here's what I would love. Here's, you know, my truth, whatever it may be for you. They're also very healing colors as well. All right, what is our message for this weekend? Ooh, 15, Maximus. How can you feed others when your own table is empty? Too many people trying to do too many things for other people when they haven't done shit for themselves. We're all guilty of it. Every single one of us, right? It's telling you that you deserve to have, you know, good things, abundance, inner peace, all that, right? You deserve to be taken care of, but you can't do all that. Like you can't take care of everybody else if you're not taking care of yourself. You have to fill your own cup. Remember? We've been talking about that for years on these lives. Oh, thank you, Denise. I appreciate that. Okay, let's get our money message for the week or weekend. Let's see. What is our money message? Whoa. Okay, that's how we know the card wants to be seen. Did you see how I was shuffling it nice and easy? And the card literally flipped over on top of my hand. This is how cards flip, not the crazy, chaotic, psychotic shuffling where we're making cards fly out everywhere. Okay, so that's a lesson for you about tarot. And look what it is. Gift. So this says, someone might give you a gift, lend you money, or help you in some way. I like that. Number 2, you could get a cash bonus at work. Number 3, you have natural talents, gifts, and abilities just waiting to be discovered. Explore them. Okay? You cannot receive gifts like this if you are in a negative mindset, right? If we're stuck in that 8 of Swords mindset, okay? You receive gifts by being open. You receive gifts by being your true authentic self, because then people in the universe know what to give you. They know what you need. You understand what I'm saying? When you take that step into that new path, into that new opportunity, into the new relationship, whatever it is for you, and you're trusting in the universe, then you start getting more and more clarity, more of the things that you need. Does that make sense? And if you are, looking for, like if you're wanting to have an experience, but you're worried about money, well, you're never going to have it because you're so worried that that money can never come in. You're automatically assuming that where you are financially today is going to be where you are financially a year from now. And you can't think like that. Okay, we talk about that all the time. You cannot think like that. Tomorrow, something major can happen and you can get a massive raise, you get a massive opportunity, whatever, some sort of payout. I don't know. I've had money come to me unexpectedly before. I'm like, oh, like, cool, thanks. So you can get money from anywhere. Stop thinking that your bank account today is going to be the same as or worse on down the line, because you are setting yourself up for failure. Okay. All right, let's get the Rebel deck. I think I've pulled 15,000 cards this weekend. This is the point of the live where if you get easily offended, scroll away, because the Rebel deck will call you out. Sometimes it'll hurt your feelings, okay? Kind of like me. I tell my sisters all the time, money has always come. Why worry? Yeah, we've never been without. Look at the past. It's always proven more money is always come. Yes. All right, what is our message for this weekend? What is our message for this weekend? It says, get the fuck outside. Move your ass. Your body is pissed at you. I mean, okay, thanks, universe. We went on last weekend when we were on our girls trip. We went to the state park up in Broken Bow or around there. And a beautiful state park. Has a river, like massive hills and all that stuff. And we went on a hike and it was amazing. I loved it so much. I was like, gosh, I wish we had something like that around here. But nothing. It's like flat around here. But anywho, get outside and move your butt, because your body is mad at you. You need movement. So especially when you're stressed, you need to move that energy so you can get it out of your body, okay? Because you also want to bring in endorphins, right? Endorphins raise your vibration. They make your mind more clear. It's just good all around, okay? So this weekend, get outside, move your body, and see what happens. See what bright ideas you come up with. See how your mood elevates, okay? I was just looking out the window at the sun thinking I should go for a date. Yeah, do it. Oh, I got to verify myself. Hang on. Oh, come on. we go. It's just about snow time here. God, we're still sweating outside here. Like I said, we have a change in weather happening tomorrow, so thank goodness. But of course, it brings about bad weather before we get any type of season change. Dumb. All right, you guys, I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Remember, I will not be here on Monday, but I will be here Tuesday morning because I will be out of town. I won't be back in town in time, but I will be here Tuesday morning. If you missed the majority of this, don't worry. It's going to be up on YouTube. You can go to my YouTube and watch the replay. It's a very exciting weekend, in my opinion. Also, if you haven't gotten into the Fool's Journey, like I was telling Naomi, go get into the Fool's Journey because that will blow your mind in all the areas of your life, okay? You use it for all areas, not just a general overlook. You can do the general overlook first, but I recommend looking at your finances, looking at your relationships, looking at your health, all of those things, so you can pinpoint exactly where you are on this journey, and then you move to the next step, and you transform, you ascend, you do all those things, right? Okay. I love you. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you Tuesday morning, okay? Mwah. And don't forget, I still have that one VIP spot available. If you would like to apply or you need details, DM me or email me, and I can give them to you. I only have one spot, and this will probably be the last one until mid to late 2026, okay? So have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you next time.